G'day guys, Aaron and Ninja here, MMT. You're going to get a bit of a look in at a treatment swap. So we've both got a little bit of an old man's injury at the moment. We've got a little sore Achilles on both of us. Which one's yours on, Ninja?
On this one here.
On that one? What have we been doing, brother, to get this old man ailment?
Just accumulation over time, lots of sprints. We're about 16 weeks of sprints and we've been gradually developing the volume and also the intensity. So yeah, just little things come up and come to the surface. So yeah, we wanted to fix them up, just get a little bit of a flush and some maintenance done, and yeah, that's it.
That's it.
So yeah.
It's a bit tender there, Ninja, is it, when I stretch it, or is it okay? No. It's only on load, is it?
There's nothing in it.
Nothing in it?
That's right.
What's that one refer to?
So yeah, it's just right on the spot. So yeah, probably just need treatment just straight on that Achilles, and yeah, some money spot on that calf.
Yeah.
Yeah, just exploring there. That's feeling pretty tight and sore. So yeah, it's onto something.
Already a bit in it.
Yeah.
So yeah, just going to warm up his calf before we get down into the Achilles. So just so you guys know, I guess, the Achilles tendon here, this like real ropey tendon that you'd be able to feel on yourself, it attaches to the heel there. And it's actually the tendon of all these muscles in the lower leg, okay? So when we walk, when we run, the tendon, if you feel it, it's really taut because it has to kind of help propel us through life. So what can happen is, if you do a lot of loading activities like running and sprinting, which is what's kind of caused it for Ninja and I, we've been filming an 8-week sprint progression, which has been pretty full on. The tendon has just gotten to a point where it probably can't handle the load and it needs to kind of integrate more effectively. So what we're going to do is to try and redisperse the tension evenly. There's probably too much tugging at this point on the Achilles, on that heel. So we want to try and treat that Achilles and treat the calf to kind of redisperse where that tension is. So it's not just so kind of, localized at that point there. So that's the plan anyway. But it's probably nice to just get some treatment in the Ninja.
Yeah, it's good.
Just don't get it enough, do we?
Bit of touch, it's good.
Bit of touch.
Yeah.
The old love languages.
Yeah. It's can't quantify it, can you? Just what somebody else can do for somebody. You know, that's amazing. But yeah, it's like with tendons, they get micro tears. All over the body gets micro tears. So the muscles, the tendons, ligaments, and micro fractures through your bones, and that's just the way it is. Like every time you move, there's going to be some kind of effect on the body. So when you're doing a progressive program, you can get to a point where you haven't kind of integrated enough, you haven't healed enough, recovered enough, and then your body tells you that it's reached a point where it needs to have a bit more rest, time to integrate. So yeah, that's probably where we're at, but we're not too bad. So it's like,
no, we're not. We're finishing every session, aren't we?
Yeah. So yeah, we've did 8 weeks before this 8-week block as well. So we just continued straight through. So it's good to be able to, it's satisfying to do that progressive thing, and every week has got harder and harder. So it's not a normal way that you would program things. You normally have tapering periods and deload weeks and things like that. So yeah, it's been good.
Yeah, we've actually got those courses available. We might put them in the comments area too. So yeah, like Ninja said, we filmed an 8-week kind of fundamental course, a bit more of a beginner course, and then we've moved straight onto our advanced course. So this week is week 16, so it's kind of a big crescendo where we've ended up.
So that's good just there, that's where I feel.
That's it?
Yeah.
So I've just hit the tendon.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to park there. You okay if I just park on that, camp it, just work it a little bit?
Yeah, so I'm probably in better position than Aaron, because mine was pretty tender after the sprints the next day, and then that was 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Saturday, and it's Monday now, so I can walk normally and all that kind of stuff, but I was limping on Saturday, so
yeah, it's good.
So I'm recovering, and still got a few days before we sprint again. So. But lifting tonight, the 1 rep maxes, that's always challenging for the mentally, because you're getting under the squat rack, you're lifting the heavy weight, like it's just hard stuff, like, and it takes courage to actually turn up, and be as fresh and as good a space in your mind as possible to to lift things. I suppose, yeah, like I've been doing lifting for training for 35 years, but yeah, lifting seriously for 20 years, and it doesn't, I suppose it does get a bit easier, but yeah, it's still daunting.
Well, we were saying this last week, Ninja, like you're so solid, like, and it's just runs on the board in terms of like how much weight you've lifted and how many reps in sprints you've done. You've just got such a good baseline strength.
Yeah, that's what you want. The bottom of the pyramid's the strongest bit in it, so it's like
that's it.
Accumulation there. It doesn't. It's hard to break it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and that's what we're talking about. Like guys your age, you're almost 50, half century, and if you haven't got that body of work underneath you, it just makes it so much harder to start now because you haven't got that bottom layer.
Yeah.
So encourage, if you're in your 20s, 30s, even 40s, when you're watching this video, you got to start some kind of physical training because it's just going to make your life so much, I guess, more enjoyable or easier down the track.
Yeah. The little phrase coming to mind, you are what you repeatedly do.
Yeah.
So, you got to make sure that's what you want,
Yeah.
The thing I've been saying lately is if you're avoiding things, you get good at avoidance. Get good at excuses, you get good at, you come up with new ways of avoiding things, and it's not an exposure, to whatever it is in life, is that you get stronger and better at those things. So we want to get better at, more capable, more competence, more capacity to, hold space and be strong and be an example. That's what I've tried to be, that's, instead of preaching, that people get resentful for that. But if you're just an example of strength or whatever it is you want to be, that's the best way. You don't even say it, you're just vibing it. You just are it.
Yeah.
So
and then when you do say something though, it's got so much more impact because you're exemplifying that.
Yeah. You're not trying to tell something to do something, but you're doing something different. So just up just a fraction, man.
Up a fraction.
You give it a good squeeze.
Is it more on the inside, do you reckon?
Yeah, in there, yeah.
Okay.
Can you actually feel that, or?
A little bit of a ball.
A little bit,
The whole thing feels pretty taut. So that's what I was talking about before. Like, if the Achilles tendon, the site of attachment's doing too much and the muscle belly isn't really doing its fair share, it can just reach this point where it just becomes a little bit painful. So these movements, especially the pincing it like this and just bending it and moving it, it just kind of shakes things up a little bit, gets some blood flow in there and helps to redistribute some of that kind of energy and tension. What about picking it up the underneath there, Ninja?
I think anything you do on that site's going to be beneficial.
Yeah. Yeah, it can be pretty red raw though, the Achilles stuff, Like to touch, it can be, I know with mine, it's been pretty raw. All right.
Yeah, maybe this. Swap over, you reckon?
I'll give you one scoop, Ninja.
One scoop? All right, give me a scoop.
Scoop, yeah. I'll show you a scoop, Mikey. Come have a look at this, brother. So we'll start in here.
Oh yeah, feels good.
Feels good there.
Connected in. Yeah, that feels really therapeutic. It's just that language, you know what it means when you feel it. So you understand, that it's going to be better in the future. That's your best play of the day, I reckon.
Best play of the day?
Yeah, it's been really good.
It's funny how it's the money spot, the main play of the day, The warm-up stuff. Never really the main play of the day, is it, the warm-up?
The last minute is the key, quite often, yeah.
Good, man. You feel like you want me to scoop that back upwards or just hold that
just
point?
Keep on going that same line. That's sort of just the medicine, I can tell, that's required.
The potion.
Yeah, it's the remedy. Whoa, it just keeps on giving. It was just this therapeutic feeling all the way through, this connection that didn't let up. It was relentless, and it still is relentless. But it's sort of, I'm really willing to receive it because I know that I'm going to be better for it in the future. any over scarring, any kind of stuff that's just been stuck in that site. It's just sort of, it needs to replenish. Like I was saying before, we get micro fractures through our bones whenever we go upstairs or run or whatever, but we also get those micro tears through our tendons and our muscles. So, and that's just the way it is. Like, you need these micro tears in order for development to happen, but also that's an important ingredient in the replacement of cells. So all our cells are brand new every 7 years. Goes every single part of us that is us, biologically us in our body, changes every 7 years. So we need to move in order to make those things kind of change over as well. That's part of the process. So yeah, the stuff that doesn't recover and repair and stuff is stuff that's not us. So it's scar tissue and it's plaque and shit in our colons. I've said this sort of stuff before, but
block is a block is a block.
It is, yeah. Oh. So yeah, we want to change everything over. So yours is left side as well?
Mine's right.
Right?
Actually, yeah. Mine's, yeah.
You can kind of see this is quite a bit bigger on this right hand side. And you've been saying it's in through here as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of on the like in there, right in there.
On the inside,
yeah. It's pretty tender.
Yeah. So a bit of plantaris maybe attachment.
Oh, Nin!
How's that for anatomy?
Fucking plantaris.
Anatomy 101. Not everyone's got a plantaris.
Oh!
I'm going to go straight for gold.
Oh, Ninja's going for play of the day.
You can come over here, Mike. I'll show you.
I want to stand up on Sports Centre.
Look at this. See this bit in the inside of his heel here? There's a big long tendon that comes through up into that muscle there. So plantaris actually attaches into there. So I kind of don't know many muscles, but I know plantaris.
Ninja knows the most obscure muscles.
Yeah, so not everyone's got that muscle apparently.
Isn't it only 25%?
Yeah, I can't remember. It's either 75% or 25%.
Oh.
So yeah, we don't know which way it is. Got them or doesn't have them. Yeah, just do a little feel on your own leg there if you like, and just see if you've got a plantaris.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm just going straight into it. So yeah, this is what we do if we were kind of working on each other. We'd want to, like with Aaron's stuff, like it was nice to warm things up and explore and things like that, but it wasn't until that last bit that actually got the real, fuck, he's engaged, this is game on here, he's doing something. So I'm going straight for gold.
I suppose it's right too, Ninja, like when we do treatment swaps, we don't necessarily have time in our favour. Oh!
Yeah, so just there, that's a good spot. So I'm just pulling, these fingers are pulling back and then pushing in. So I'm using leverage there just to really hone in on the spot that Aaron told me that he had. And then, yeah, trying to get rid of that scar tissue. So just intuitively, just little wiggles just to try and unravel. So you can just sort of get a sense of that. I can feel like there's a triangular spike that's pushing into my thumb, right into that pad, and then around it you can feel that it drops away. So there is a definite hardening in here, and I'd say there'd be a lot of calcium just building up in here. And so you get a sense of that when you're treating, but also when you're getting treated. So
feels really painful, but very good.
Yeah,
very good. Oh wow, had an ice bath this morning. That probably helped get me ready.
Yeah. And you still feel the coldness on your skin, like it's...
Really?
Yeah.
You kidding?
Nah, it's still
interesting.
Having an effect.
Oh,
so man. Yeah, submersion in ice cold water. That can be a thing that stimulates things as well. Like it's I suppose a lot of people think of it in the sports sense, like to stimulate recovery, hot, cold, these kind of things. But yeah, it can also help on other levels as well, like with the immune system, and lots of other endorphins and stuff are released.
The endocrine system.
Yeah, the pineal gland.
Pituitary gland, hypothalamus.
Yeah. So yeah, we want to create flow. That's kind of our main theme that we have, like, and that goes through any healing modality. Doesn't matter if it's psychology or a physical one. We want to you know, approach the blocks in a way, in a manner that is right for that person, that doesn't make them, you know, run away or fight. We want them to face it and break it down into smaller particles and process it, understand it, accept it, and then you move on. That's kind of a real nutshell kind of thing. Like, yeah, you kind of, nothing is ever totally terrible in life. Like a lot of times the little injuries and niggles, they happen when you need to stop and slow down and integrate things and have a think about what you want to do in your life and things like that, or just how important movement is to you. Yeah, so it just sort of can shine a light on that thing. That, you know, the immobility isn't a nice thing to have. So, so yeah, you just really want to be mobile when you can't do anything else but lie down or not walk properly or not run properly. So yeah, you can look at it from a different perspective, not just why this happened to me, this is shit. So yeah, it can be something that gives you motivation, inspiration to not let it happen again, or work out why you got to this point.
Feels so nice, man.
So just keep on going. That feel like I'm going on that path.
Yeah, still connected, man. It's giving those
going.
feelings. It's not as brutal because you're not on the bone anymore, but it still feels like very related.
So you can see that I'm really pushing into that side of that tendon there, and that keeps it pinned. So that's the key thing. And like Aaron just moving a little bit just then too, I can see that when he moved his toe, you know, up towards himself, his toes up, that really helped me engage with that as well. So I'm just staying on that line there, and I'm not letting up. You know, I'm keeping that same pressure, and just giving the tissue what it needs in this particular moment in time. So that's all you can do. So, and that just brings me another little phrase or word is presence, isn't it? Like when you're kind of totally present and connected and tuned in, you're going to give the person whatever they need in that particular point in time, and you say the right things, you listen when you need to, you stay quiet when you need to. All those kind of little things happens when you're tuned in. If you're kind of off on a tangent, just thinking about yourself, or you know what you want to do later, or what you've done in the past, or whatever, you're not actually here in this moment. So you can be just missing the point, you know, that's going on in this time.
Missing the point, that's pretty deep, isn't it? If you think about massage versus like just conceptually.
Yeah.
It's the physical point, or the crux of something, you know?
Yeah. Anyway, so we might wrap it up a little bit, man. So some points for you guys to ponder out there. So if you are in this kind of space where you are a physical therapist and you might want to learn a bit more, we do have an online course coming out. So keep looking at all our socials, Instagram, Facebook, all that kind of stuff as well, to get updates. And we're hoping to do in-person courses in the future as well. So online is the next best thing, because you get to watch it, re-watch it, get all the points that we are trying to get across. But yeah, in person you can actually treat somebody that is certified, like Aaron and myself, and we can point you in the right direction. Just if you're off the rails, we can put you on track. So anyway, thanks for watching today.
Thanks guys, thank you.
We'll see you again soon.